Alliance-6 for Operation Chimera. This is another one of the pure arty missions, one of the few that are in Operation Chimera that I've come across so far. This one is a little similar to the last arty mission. We have to stun enemies for a total of 150 seconds. So in aggregate across all the stuns that you do. We need to have our teammates kill 2 of those enemies that we've stunned, and if you want to complete with honors, you need to win this match. So a couple of things about the arty missions, and I talked about this in the last arty video. I'm using the 5355, which is the American Tier 9 arty, because it's the highest tier arty that I have. But I've actually downgraded the gun. So the top gun is the 8mm howitzer. I've actually downgraded to the 155 centimeter gun, which is the stock gun, because it has a 25% faster rate of fire. And so I would, because I'm not going for damage here, I'm going for as many shots on targets as I can to get the aggregate number of stuns, which should be about 12 or 13 stuns for this mission. You want to be able to fire as fast as possible, and occasionally you're gonna miss a tank. Arty's very accurate right now with the latest arty changes, so the likelihood that you're not gonna stun somebody is pretty low. But occasionally you'll miss, or you'll hit some terrain you didn't anticipate, what have you. The other thing is I'm going to focus on low health tanks as much as possible. And you'll notice that I'm not, unless a tank is extremely high health, I'm not really trying to hit the tank, because I don't want to be the one to kill the tank, right? You saw right there, one of my teammates killed him. That's credit for that second primary objective, which is teammates killing the stun tanks. So if a tank is really low, I am actually not aiming on the tank. I'm aiming next to them. I want them to be stunned, and I want my teammates to be the one to kill them. So don't aim for the tanks unless the tank is full health or mid health. That way your teammates will actually execute the kill, hopefully, for you. The other reason that the 5355 is good, it has a wide firing arc left and right. So I don't need to reposition much for this battlefield. I don't need to live through this, because surviving is not a secondary condition. So I'm not necessarily worried about tanks rushing me. You see there, the other arty on my team actually completed the second primary objective for me, which is the teammates killing. So at this point, I don't even care about the health of the tank. I'm just going to fire at tanks to get my stuns. But again, I'm not going to hit the tanks if I can avoid it, unless the tanks have a lot of health, because if I do kill them, I'm not going to get stun credit for it, and that's really all I care about at this point. So I'm just going to continue to sweep the map. Our team looks like it has really good map control at this point, so the likelihood that we're going to win this looks pretty high, unless we really start to fall over for some reason. So I'm really just going to focus on throwing out stuns. I try not to fire at dark vehicles, because vehicles that have gone dark, you're not sure if you stunned them or not. And so it's not worth firing at them for this mission. You want to guarantee that you get a stun and get credit for it in terms of the mission tracker itself. So this match is pretty much over. I'm still short, although I may or may not have stunned that previous vehicle while it was unlit. But I want to make sure that I actually get it. So on my next shot here, I'm guaranteed to get it. You see, I'm aiming behind tanks at this point, because again, I don't want to kill them. I want to stun them, and I'm just looking for tanks that I can safely fire at without actually killing them. So this shot right here, I think, is the one that does it for me. Mission complete, and that is Alliance-6 for Operation Chimera with honors. So again, just a couple tips to wrap this up. Modify your arty for fire rate. Damage is not an objective here. In fact, damage probably hurts you in the long run, because you want tanks to live a little longer, so that you could fire at them again, stun them again, get credit multiple times off the same tank, etc. Stun those low health tanks because those are the tanks that your teammates are going to kill, and it gives you the opportunity to get that secondary, or I shouldn't say secondary, that second primary objective done fairly easily. And try to avoid hitting the tanks. You have to get 10 to 12 shots off to get the right amount of stun time here. So you want to avoid hitting tanks as much as possible. Let your teammates do the damage. You just focus on stunning those tanks. And the longer those tanks are alive, the easier it is to just keep firing at those tanks to get the stuns racked up. And eventually your teammates will kill them. So that's about it. This is a pretty easy mission if you're comfortable with Artie. Even if you're not, this is pretty basic stuff because Artie is pretty accurate right now.